Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews. Welcome to another episode. Today I have a video on this knife right here, the Ferrum Forge Crux. Ferrum Forge is a really high quality knife company that makes really expensive knives in the mid-tech range, about $1,200 and maybe up or more. And this is a collaboration with We Knives and Massdrop. So in order to make this kind of cheap and widely available to a lot of people, they teamed up with We Knives, which actually makes spectacular knives all on their own. And this knife, I'll have to say, is incredible. I'm really surprised by this knife at the fit and finish, the overall quality, and the price. Now I'll put some specs of this knife on the screen here. Needless to say, it is a great size, probably a perfect size for an EDC knife. The handle scales are titanium, and this one is actually a stone-washed bronze titanium. And the blade steel is S35 VN, and it came razor laser sharp. It was so sharp. Of course, it's a flipper design. It is a frame lock with a steel insert and over travel stop. It has a titanium backspacer and a titanium milled clip. All the hardware are Torx bits, so there's no proprietary hardware, which I love. And it runs on caged bearings for the pivot system. The blade is a beautiful kind of drop point design, which has a high flat grind. And it has a little bit of a cutout right here. And I don't necessarily think it's supposed to be for a finger, but it does work. At the time, I actually saw that Ferrum Forge had their Gent knife for sale on Massdrop, which that was an incredible deal. It was like $79, I believe, for an S35 VN knife. And I believe it's a little smaller than the Crux. I decided to go with the Crux itself because I wanted something just a little bit larger and I wanted the titanium, and I'm really glad that I did. The Crux is based on a design that Ferrum Forge makes already, and this one had a lot of different options that you could choose from. You could choose from, I think, 3 or 4 different colors of titanium, and then even some that were milled, like one is called the Juggernaut that had a really cool mill pattern in there. Sometimes with these drops you will have to wait quite a long time, especially if you get on the first drop. And you have to wait a couple of months for them to actually make the knives. This one though, I think was already in production or something, because I got my knife quick within about 4 days of buying it, so couldn't be happier with that. Overall, I really love this knife by Ferrum Forge. I think it's a wonderful knife. This price was only $125 for a knife like this, and that is an incredible value for what you get with titanium slabs, with S35 VN, with just an amazing design. The fit and finish was spectacular. I haven't seen a fit and finish like this in quite a long time. There are a couple of gripes that I will say about this knife. One of them being that when I got it, the centering wasn't perfect. The centering was just a little bit to the left, but that was easily fixed, and I fixed it myself. Another gripe is that the flipper tab has really sharp jimping. Having jimping at all on a flipper I don't think is a very good idea, but this in particular was really sharp. So this is something I might have to just file down just a little bit. Another gripe that I have is on the edges of the inside of the lock here. Although there are no sharp edges on any of the metal, which I really appreciate, the inside of the lock face is not chamfered at all, meaning that there's no little relief in there to cut it out. And I wish it was, because every time I engage the lock to drop the blade down, it kind of just digs in just a little bit in my thumb, and I just wish that was there. The last gripe that I have is that I wish this choil right here was just a little bit more pronounced to give me just a little bit more kind of certainty about and security with my finger here. As it is, I kind of just put my finger kind of gingerly there just to make sure that my finger doesn't slip out. I wish that the choil was just a little bit deeper just to hold your finger more securely. As it stands though, those are all minor gripes. Those are things I can work with and work around. This is a spectacular knife, and I'm really thrilled about getting this. Highly recommend Massdrop as a place to go buy knives. They have some incredible deals on knives that you might not even be able to find anywhere else, like this one. And if you're still interested in the Ferrum Forge Crux, as of this recording, they are still available on Massdrop. They still have certain models in stock, so go check them out. I'll have a link down below to that. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews.